Joining me live at the desk now is Leader of the Nationals, David Littleproud, and the Livestock Exporters Council CEO, Mark Harvey-Sutton. Gentlemen, great to see you both. I just want to play for our viewers who might have missed it, this exchange, David Littleproud and one of the farmers not happy about the water buyback approach of the coalition. Have a look.
To front the farmers about selling their water, and you will not come out of that Parliament House. And we screamed your name out for over 4 hours. So I don't believe one word you say. I'm sorry.
Well, let me tell you what I did for the Murray-Darling.
No, I don't hear what you
say. You got the Northern Basin Review. We saved 70 gigalitres being taken out of the Northern Basin, my own home community. We don't support buybacks. I've seen the consequences in Deering and Gundawindi and St George, so I'm happy to stand here every day of the week and tell you what I did as a water minister and the reforms I put in place that has meant more people are sitting in regional Australia, more businesses are still surviving.
Yeah, David Littleproud fired up there.
Well, just reminding him of my legacy as the Water Minister. We did put important reforms that meant that we didn't need the buybacks that this government is putting in place. We aren't taking an extra 450 gigalitres off farmers like that. And it's important for them to understand we achieved all that because while we didn't create the plan, it was put through in a parliament even before I was here. We made sure that it was sensible reforms to take the pressure off agriculture and off regional communities. We never sold water. It was actually farmers that sell water. And the previous government wanted to buy a lot. They bought a lot of bad water. And the reality is we can return water to the environment if we use the smarts and the technology of the 21st century rather than having this blunt instrument that kills the regional communities. Because these farmers, they take the money and they go, but it's the machinery dealer, it's the irrigation shop, it's even right down to the local hairdresser. So we put sensible water policy in place. I'll put my time as water minister against any other water minister ever. The reforms that I put in place, I'm proud of.
Mark, I tell you what, the exchange showed one thing. It wasn't a rented crowd and vetted audience, was it? There were people there with real gripes. And as the coalition went out there, they copped a bit of a spray too.
Well, and what a tremendous show of support from the coalition to have every MP come down, can I just say that? But at the end of the day, today is not about political parties. It's about the farmers, it's the people, it's the communities. And that's what this rally today is all about. We've, at the Keep the Sheep campaign, have also partnered with the National Farmers Federation for the rally. And it's about sending a message that we're tired of not being listened to. Farmers are great at their job, they're professional, we have the knowledge, and governments are just not listening to us. They're listening to activists.
Keep the sheep is one, but there are a range of other issues there.
Absolutely.
That farmers are concerned about.
Oh, biosecurity tax, water buybacks. There's a whole raft of issues that are just frustrating the sector at the moment. And we're obviously focused on the banning of live sheep exports, which is just an appalling policy, and the devastation that's being wreaked across Western Australia at the moment off the back of that is just appalling.
Is there any sign that they might relent on it?
Well, we wouldn't be standing down there today with thousands of farmers if they were giving us that signal. And this is the frustrating thing. We have tried to do the right thing. We have tried to engage with this government. We have presented evidence, but the ignorance is just astounding. And what we have no choice, Kieran. We have no choice.
Do you feel that this is flowing through to a better electoral prospect? Mia Davies, I know, running in Bullwinkle. How's it looking for you off the back of this? I don't want to bring it all back to politics.
No, but I think...
Is it showing up in your poll?
When real people are being hurt, the real people that produce our food and fibre being hurt, which is tearing away your actual food security in this country and pushing up your food prices because the government is making decisions from Canberra, not from the grassroots and sitting there and understanding it. I think in Western Australia they're starting to understand the gravity of what's going to happen to Western Australia. This is a decision not predicated on science or economics. There is no scientific reason to shut down the live sheep export industry. All you will see is the horrific death of millions of sheep from countries like Sudan and Ethiopia and South Africa who take this market up because we've cut and run. And that is something that I believe animal activists like RSPCA and Animals Australia are morally bankrupt. They are valuing the welfare of a sheep from Australia over one of those countries. And what you will see is perverse animal welfare outcomes, that these countries need this for their food security and for cultural reasons. We're disrespecting some of our biggest trading partners because of an ideological view back here. And the first thing I will do is reinstate the industry. The second thing I'll do is get on a plane and show some respect to our trading partners, the respect they deserve.
If they were to, the coalition, to win that election, how feasible is it that the industry can crank back up
Well, it's
Because once you shut it down...
Well, it's continuing now, Kieran. So the shutdown date is the 1st of May 2028. And what's really interesting is we're seeing...
So you've got a few years anyway.
We do have a few years, and we see it as a few more years to fight against this. Because what we're seeing is the government has been pushing these misrepresentations that it's a declining trade and think demand's falling and they want chilled and frozen meat. Those markets want livestock. And it's as simple as that. The trade is actually growing. We're seeing demand increase from those countries. So it's a fallacy, and it's all predicated on politics.
Through potentially 2 elections.
Well, that's exactly right.
So you can take this case up again, even if the government at this election doesn't agree. You'll maintain the rage?
Absolutely. We'd like to think we don't have to maintain it that long, Kieran, but we are not going anywhere.